Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we do have the new champion spotlight from the hood, and the long story short, too long didn't read version is that he basically has his old kit with Fate Seal active and few bits juggled about, but apparently that has taken 6 months to redesign.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
Well, anyhow, let's go over all of these abilities and how they're going to be changing. Strengths, miss, and miss mechanic basically is going to function the same as it did previously. Stagger, that's cool. He's going to have stagger, and weaknesses apparently is nullify now because his invisibility is a buff. So he still has his hex pistol mechanic, which, well, is going to basically work just like it did before. Whenever you drop your medium attacks and special 2, you hex your opponent, and when those hexes expire, they're going to be dealing damage. But let's get to that bit in a second. So also, it's important to be able to refresh and load your bullets up, and also be aware that these bullets persist from fight to fight. So whenever you're going to nullify a buff, you're going to load 2 bullets. And with Hood, it was quite clear that in any matchup where opponents have a lot of buffs, you're not going to run out of bullets, and you can play fairly frivolously. However, when there are no buffs involved in an opponent, you need to be fairly careful how you use them. However, you can build them up for some massive detonations. Also, whenever opponent misses, you load 1 bullet after the invisibility ends, and that is per each miss. And whenever you activate that miss, you can basically have guaranteed 2 misses, and third hit, well, they have about 20% chance to hit you already. Right, so 100% chance to fire a bullet and inflict stacking hex lasting 12 seconds. Each hex deals a burst of 1100 energy damage when it expires, and is refreshed when a new hex is gained. So long as you keep applying hexes, basically they will never expire, and ideally you do want to detonate them yourself. Right, so dash back and hold block for 1.2 seconds. 100% chance to gain an invisibility buff lasting 8 seconds. When ending invisibility, goes on cooldown for 6 seconds. While active, Hood's attacks give 600 critical damage rating and ignore 75% armor rating and block proficiency. It's neat. And whilst active, incoming attacks have 100% and 20% chance to miss. Each time the opponent misses an attack, this miss chance is decreased by a flat 20% until invisibility ends. And that is exactly how it functioned on the previous buff set. So you have 2 guaranteed miss attacks, so you can basically have opponent drop 2 attacks at you, and then you have to kind of, well, decide whether you want to risk it. Right. Let's move on. Critical hits. 100% chance to inflict a non-stacking stagger passive lasting 5 seconds. When staggered opponents gain a buff, that buff and all buffs triggered at the same time are nullified. When stagger ends, inflict 345 direct damage on the opponent and heals the Hood for the matching amount. Be careful with this, because previously this was bugged and it made him heal a lot more. Basically, you healed whenever you replaced your stagger, even if it didn't expire, and that definitely did not seem to work as intended, and Kabam admitted to that, and they were gonna fix it if they would not have reworked the buff in general. So we're gonna see how it functions now. Move on. Heavy attacks. Refresh the duration of personal, bleed, and fate seal effects Hood has applied to the opponent. Okay, cool. So you can refresh your fate seal, which is actually very interesting mechanic. I think I will like that one a lot. Also, cause all hex to expire immediately with 100% increased potency.
Damn!
That is your big source of damage. Basically, you put a ton of hexes on opponent, you keep refreshing them, and then at some point drop a heavy attack in order to detonate them and deal a huge burst of damage. We'll see how well it is going to work out in reality compared to how it did before, because previously we also had access to energy vulnerability, which we do not do anymore. Right, let's move on. Special 1. 100% chance to inflict a shock debuff causing 3400 energy damage over 7.5 seconds. If this shock expires, lasting its full duration, 100% chance to inflict stun debuff lasting 3 seconds. So this is basically his level 1 as is right now. And special 2, Occult Onslaught. 100% chance to apply Fate Seal to the opponent, nullifying all buffs and prevent any new buffs from activating for 6.5 seconds. Keep in mind you can refresh this one. While this Fate Seal is active, the opponent's ability accuracy is reduced by 65%. Now that is a very interesting ability that definitely makes me want to keep a close eye on that. Because 65% of ability accuracy reduction is more than Blade did with Danger Sense active whilst having Stagger and Spider-Man synergies. It's nearly as much as Magneto. And in any matchup where you can throw heavy attacks freely, you can pretty much keep refreshing your Fate Seal indefinitely, keep nullifying buffs, dropping level 2, so on and so forth. So that could be also a very interesting option how to combat opponent's ability accuracy. And here it says ability accuracy, not just defensive ability accuracy. So that could actually be very, very powerful. So I think they have taken a bit of damage away from Hood, but given him a lot more, well, more utility than they did before with this Fate Seal, with ability accuracy reduction. Also, at end of the attack, activate Invisibility, because of course you do. Also, this frequent access to Invisibility will let you drop your heavy attacks on demand as and when you need them. Special 3 is just increased attack rating for full bar power opponent has, and 100% chance to inflict bleed, dealing 2000 damage over 8 seconds.
Cool.
It's really nothing all that special there. I think only time you're going to use level 3 is by accident when you push yourself to level 3. That special attack serves pretty much no purpose. Like, theoretically, you can keep refreshing that bleed, but whatever. Signature ability. The Hood becomes immune to all stun effects. Additionally, firing a bullet while invisible has a 45% chance to steal 10% of opponent's current power, gaining twice that amount in the process. So, you know, that is neat. Again, I don't think it's absolutely necessary. It will be kind of useful to gain more power quicker, but, you know, it doesn't make or break the champion, I think, in general. As far as synergies, I don't think that there have been any significant or critical changes, aside from this one with King Groot, Ronan, and Vulture, where we have invisibility starting, miss chances increased to 140%. That means you would be able to face 3 hits guaranteed. And that could potentially be like the more useful one. Other than that, it's kind of like the same thing, I think, for the most part, as it is what we have here. It could become immune to... Oh, that's the signature ability, yeah. That's it. So nothing special in the synergies specifically there. So overall, looks like we got the Fate Seal back. We lost a bit of damage because I believe first rework included some energy vulnerability that let you do even more damage. But at the same time, it looks good. It looks solid. I definitely look forward to using this guy. I do have a duped 6-star at this point. And hopefully it all works out well. Right. Let me know what you guys think about Hood. As I said before, I will upload the pre-buff, post-buff damage comparison videos and all that other stuff as I normally do. And, you know, hopefully this is the last time that we need to talk about Hood buff. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe what is this? Second time's a charm? Right, yeah, but that is it anyhow. Now we know all 3 buff information. We know King Groot, Venom Pool, and we know Hood. Let me know which one you are most excited for. Let me know what you think about this buff. And I'll catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the